Welcome to the lesson about absorption. This is the most important part for me about passive and aggressive orders. The previous course called GU Scalpers is focused on trading the imbalances. I was looking for a right imbalance to join the market with decreasing volume. And if you missed the first introduction video here, I asked about going through both ways of trading. You paid for it, right? So the fact that the GU course is older doesn't of course mean it's invalid. I moved to trading ES and gold sometimes, mostly ES as S&P 500 because I only start to find less setups for GU than previously. Previously I was able to find the imbalance entry every day, even 3 times a day, and then it became less and less. So it was harder for me to find. And also now with my new daily routine, the trading a New York session it became better for me. So here in this course my trading style is called absorption based. In my trading I use 3 types of finding the absorption, 3 different ways. My favorite one is balanced, the middle one for 2 or 3R, and the first 2, the conservative and balanced, are on the M5 time frame, and the aggressive way, just for 1R, very quick scalps, I use on the different chart, different type. It is 2000 ticks chart. So some theory about also about the first way, the conservative, the most basic. So absorption of sells, so when price is going down, appears when aggressive sellers meet passive buyers. So aggressive move down, meet passive buyers, and passive buyers are the buy limit orders. So these sellers need to meet passive buyers which absorb the supply of the selling side. And we see this on the bid side inside the demand zone. So the left column, which usually, the bid, which usually is the basic knowledge saved for the sell orders, but we can see also here passive orders. The buy limit if the price is inside demand. So it is good to see a highly negative delta. Here in this case it is minus 780. After a while, after some chart time, you will know which numbers are big or which are too small. But this is highly negative delta for this particular asset. And it doesn't matter in this strategy if the candle, the rejection candle, is bullish or bearish. The focus should be only on shift on delta. So the move down and rejection. Shift on delta, I mean the change from the highly negative to highly positive. So that is for me confirmation that aggressive buyers inside this second candle confirmed the intention of the passive orders from the previous candle. So price is going to the demand zone, we see highly negative delta, and then aggressive buyers are buying one by one, tick by tick, this asset. So such a combination or combo is for me good enough a combination is good enough confirmation that what I see right now, it's really a good setup. So not just a rejection from candle, but the whole combination of two. So in this case, my entry would be right after the closure of this 5-minute candle with stop loss below the absorption, or even safer, but for lower RR of course, below the demand zone. I prefer maybe a bit more aggressive way to put it below absorption, because if I'm already in the trade or want to join the trade, and this decision is based on what I see, it is the right reaction. If I believe that here are passive buyers, why I need to use 10 points stop loss, yeah, or 8 points or 7, if it's possible to get just 4 in this case. Yeah, because if price want to go lower than these passive buyers, logically that would be nonsense to hold this losing trade. Yeah, because if I trusted this process of 10 minutes and the price is going lower, why to hold this, right? Or why to move the stop loss, or why to set it really below the zone if price is already below this high volume area. Sorry, need to drink water. Yeah, so very good if the absorption is happening on the wick. Yeah, there could be sometimes body, but the best setups are when we see rejection candle. So definitely the wick, and the price is above these passive orders. Also, some important thing for me, like another confirmation while I'm already in the trade, is that the third candle is not with negative delta. Because if right after my entry I would see negative delta, it could mean that aggressive sellers are still in the game and they didn't give up. They still want to maybe go lower. Yeah, so for me, if the first few minutes in my trade is also with a positive delta, then I can forget about overthinking and analyzing too much. Yeah, I can feel safer. So if right after my entry I see negative delta and I am in minus, yeah, with this one strategy, I cut my loss very early and just then wait what will happen. So I don't need to wait for a full stop loss. Of course, sometimes can happen that the candle will be huge, but it's very not often. So you are still able to have easy entry criteria: negative delta, shift on delta, and when you are in trade, watch the first candle when you are in the trade. So as I mentioned on the previous slide, I use this strategy usually most of time with the fixed 2R. So here was it very easy possible. Yeah, so if this range is 2 points, so stop loss is set to 4 points, and here 2, 4, 6, 8 points was possible in this setup. Usually I am not taking such a big trades on ES. Yeah, for some it could sound very small setup. What is 8 points? But for me, honestly, 10 points is a dream. But I am not greedy also, right? I don't need such a big waves. I am happy if I can catch 6 points, 5 points, because these are, for me, most of the time my setups are with 2.5 points stop loss. I'm really happy with 2R. No more show off, no more huge results. I really respect the money and I respect the time I spend in front of computer, because I also respect the time with my family. So I am definitely not greedy, and I believe the 2R or 3R is really enough. These are really great setups. You can watch on YouTube some very good traders, like my favorite one, Umar Ashraf, great S&P trader. He also, in his TradeZilla journal, what I've seen, the most of his trades are like between 2 and 3 Rs. Sometimes he's catching 7R with very trending market, and when he have good filling, but most of his trades are 2-3R, and he's trading, I think, over $15 million account. So what I found on the guys I follow, small trades are really good. No need to make show of, oh yeah, I caught today 12R. I used to do this a long time ago, but I changed, and I believe that you want to also follow me like this. Taking smart positions and be done. Yeah, trading is for our freedom. Yeah, sorry. I'm back with absorption. Sometimes I'm talking too much. The old members know already from the summary of the day videos. Sometimes these videos are 1 hour long. Yeah, and I'm doing this again. Okay, absorption, second scenario. So absorption of buys appears when, opposite. Aggressive buyers meet passive sellers, and they absorb the demand of the buying side. So buying side, that was the beautiful words from theory. But I mean here that the price is going up, we see the uptrend, we meet the supply zone, and then we see rejection candle. So this is what we should be focused on. And yeah, what I forgot this. The highly positive delta should be really high. Yeah, mark this in this scenario on the second candle. It's not with the wicks to the upside. And question, if you remember, when on the previous GU course I mentioned a lot of time about connecting two candles. So if the second candle is bigger than the previous one and it's in opposite direction, we could like join these candles together in your mind. For example, imagine that this is the 10-minute time frame. Yeah, so here we could, from this bearish candle, we could have one huge wick to the upside. So that's why I marked this here. But also the absorption in the previous candle is well enough, but just the next one didn't invite the aggressive sellers yet. So I just, in this one scenario, colored the very high positive delta on the ask side. So in this case, the highly positive delta on the ask side means passive sellers. So sell limit orders inside the supply zone. And again, the entry should be at the closure of the candle after shift on delta. So we have highly positive delta and it shifted, so it means it changed to the highly negative, and that means that, like for example on the line chart, price is going slowly up, meet the huge order, and then boom, is a fast reaction. So I call them aggressive orders got filled. The aggressive sellers confirmed the initial intention of these lazy passive sellers. They wanted to check if the price will really fall down, and the aggressive sellers were happy with that idea. Here goes something strange, different than on the previous setup, because the candle is huge. The stop loss should be very, very big one, like 6 points. And in my opinion, it is really hard to find 12 points at least as a 2-hour setup in any scenario on ES. It really needs heavy balls to hold position for such a big move. So here comes the alternative ways of setting the stop loss. The aggressive sellers leaving the stacked imbalances. Yes, these two are stacked because it's more than one, and also are leaving the highly negative levels as resistance. Yeah, these are key levels that here were the strongest pushes. Yeah, from the biggest number of them joined the market. So here you could choose if it's possible to set tighter stop loss rather than really wide. I would leave this with such a huge stop loss. It's too big for me. Maybe if I would just get 1 R. But you are the possibility to look for a POC at the point of control of the candle or really heavy levels. So that in this case I would choose the biggest one, the biggest delta, because here was the strongest difference between sellers and buyers. Yeah, this one difference, 321 sell contracts against 128 buyers. So I would set my stop loss here, and that's making, like previously, 4 points 4 point stop loss, and it's something what I could accept. So it's very important to always measure if the setup is worth the risk and if you really want to get in, because stop loss is for me most important than TP. Yeah, because it's what I accept to lose. And this is also the very common mistake that a lot of traders try to think and calculate. I was doing same. How much money I will make if that trade will hit TP. Oh yeah, with this setup I will get 600, with this 400. But the question is, but what if the price will reverse and you will lose? What will happen with your mind, with your emotions and feelings? So please try to be more focused on the risk if you are comfortable with such an amount, rather than what you will win, because we are not always winning. Yeah? We need to learn how to control our emotions when we are losing this money. Again, too much talking. Sorry. I want to show you so much from the terms of psychology in trading, because this is really hard. Yeah, the theory about entry criteria and key levels, this is just theory. Everyone can learn this. Really, everyone. I am teaching my 5-year-old son how to mark supply and demand on the naked charts. For us it's easy, but for 5 years old, I am very proud that this young guy can mark this and draw supply and demand based on the candlestick patterns. So theory can everyone learn. But trading is more about psychology and emotions than the strategies. I know personally few mentors also and traders that trading simple break and retest. My best one favorite trader with millions on the account is trading just support and resistance. He don't use supply demand. Psychology, the accepting of losses, this is the hardest thing. Okay, sorry. Let's go forward. This is the second type of entries I used, and this is also my favorite one. I have learned this from one of our members, from Levis. He's with me, I think, 2 years, but it also proves that I am also still learning. This is never-ending process, believe me. I'm learning every few months something new. And our our friend sent me some materials. I changed this a bit with my approach, but I thought I seen, wow, this is logical, this is great, and it became my favorite entry strategy. And this is what I want to share with you, because as I said, I want to share you no bullshit, only the things which are working. I admit that on the previous course there are some things I don't use. I just was doing some tests. There were concepts only. But now in this course I'm sharing only what is working and what is proven and what I tested, and I'm happy with the results. So in this scenario, do you see, guys and ladies, the demand zone? This is the first. The price was in the range and make a fresh high. And missed the viewer, by the way. This is from the lesson about viewer, but one of the common myths, right? That the prices always want to reach this line. It really loves to create liquidity below it. Not always, not every day, but have this on mind that it can happen if for some reason you would buy from the bottom. Okay, never mind. This is the higher high, and we could say that this is a fresh made demand, especially after seeing the really high negative delta, which by logic should move the price down. So here were extremely a lot buy limit orders, probably, right? Pushing down, and the price went up. So from the lesson about supply and demand, the fourth video or third lesson, there were a moment when I was talking about delta zones. So here's a beautiful typical delta zone. Negative delta, but price went up. It leaves the demand zone. Then, if price went up or shot up even higher, doesn't matter. We have delta zone already marked. So I'm waiting to see the price reaching my zone, yeah, because I prefer to trade from demand rather than key level. And take a look on this delta when price reached demand in that candle. This delta, I mean not the candle delta, but the delta on the wick. It's highly negative on the rejection candle. So I want to zoom this in, just this part. You have to see the numbers bigger. Yes, so what I am looking for in this way is to see again the rejection candle. And on the wick need to happen three things. Not three, two. Sorry, two things need to happen. At least, please take a note, at least 3 negative delta, one by one, from the very bottom. Yeah, exactly from the bottom. So 3 negative deltas on the wick. This is very, very important. Not like 3 but without the last one, or here's negative, here's positive, and here 3 negative. No, just 3 from the bottom of the candle. And by the way, I hope you remember from the first slide that this is still M5. Yes, this strategy I use on the M5 time frame. Okay, so if we have the 3 negative deltas, we should see also bullish imbalance in one of these 3, in this case should be one of these 2 top clusters. Very important. And with this strategy, I use the setting of the imbalance set to 100%. So it's important to see this without any bearish imbalance. So again, 3 negative delta and at least one bullish imbalance if we are looking for a buys. So not like here, for example. Oh, just do not look on the delta, just this. Yeah, so it cannot happen in that area any negative bearish imbalance. We are looking only for bulls. Hope it's not confusing. So rejection candle, negative deltas 3 times, and bullish imbalance. These are the first part of the entry criteria. So if I have such a markup, I need to find the first biggest aggressive buyers, but on the same candle. Not like in the previous strategy, the next candle, but on the same. So I want to mark a key level. And it's here, yeah, the 117 and 116. Also, it's a point of control. It's a very similar area. The point of control is lower, but it's the second in order. So I have my key level. So when the price will go for a retest, this would be my entry. So in this case, the second candle with the minus 228 delta. Yeah, that would be my entry. And this is the one type of entries I am not waiting for a candle closure. Every time, on every single strategy for ES and on the previous course for Geoscalpers, I always wait for a candle closure, but not on this one strategy. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that 99% of my time I wait for this, but with this one strategy really I just want to see if the price will go for a retest, because for me it's logical. Yeah, these are so high probability of taking a right setup. Maybe it needs some feeling and intuition and fast reaction, but I believe you all can get this. So for me, such setups are, again, very high quality and logical reaction to the order flow. And the best one to call it the mechanical strategy with a very easy entry criteria. So in this scenario, I could aim for the key level as a VWAP. Yeah, because previously the high after making the demand, if you remember from the previous slide, didn't reach the VWAP, so very high chances that the next time with the aggressive buyers the price will go here. So I'm saying too much, so sorry for this. Not so, but I would set my stop loss below the absorption, as in every strategy I use, and it would be over 2 points, and 2, 4, 6, 8 points, over 8 points to the VWAP, so 1 to the 4 RR. But I am not using this yet. I don't remember when I caught 4R trade last time. 2, 3R, guys. If you of course want such a big ones, get this. But I built my consistency on trading S&P with small trades. Maybe it's just my personality, but I feel very comfortable on quick get in, get out. This trade could take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes for 4R. But with my own view, I would aim for this stacked buy imbalance as a resistance. It is here, yeah, very nice level. So that would be 6 points for a 3R, and I would be very happy. Yeah. So it's first of all, it's the nearest key level. Yeah, the VWAP was high probability, but here was the nearest possible level. So do not forget about this when you are doing your markups and looking for take profit levels. There should be no hope. Should be no hope. Always the first key level. Even if this is 2R, but you want 6. Why? You don't need 6R in this setup. Yeah? Take what is safe and go away. Because you would regret, yeah? You would be unhappy and disappointed. Wow, I didn't do this, I should. Of course, it's very easy to find mistakes on such a setups, the losing ones. So first key level. I think that 3R in less than 15 minutes is amazing. Yeah. Okay, let's go forward to second buy setup. Oh, I even had an arrow here on this on the stacked imbalances. Okay, I'm happy. Next one. So what we have here, 3 negative delta from the very bottom, one by one, and we also have a bullish imbalance, 134. Beautiful. Yes, we have first 2 criteria met, and then we need to be able to find a strongest aggressive buyers. So looks easy, yeah? 3 steps. Find the negative delta in the demand as reaction, confirm by aggressiveness of the first buyers, and then the strongest aggressive level from these buyers. So 3 points, 3 steps to look for the entry. And then, you can fluently in the next candle join the market. Here also was very possible very tight stop loss, like 2 points below these sellers, or maybe for safer 2.5 points. And take a look what happened next. Yeah, the candle was very big, probably news candle, I don't remember right now, but anyway, it shows the logic. Yeah, and it was very safe to join the market. So time to show you the example of invalid setup. So do not learn this. Here I put the red X. This is example what I am not looking for. Even if that would work with the previous strategy. Yes, we have shift on delta from highly negative to positive. This is why I'm mentioning sometimes about being loyal to one strategy. Because every strategy is really good. It just what matters is the way which your educator showed it to you, the way how you use it, and the way if you are mixing because you have too much knowledge and you feel confused. Because with this strategy this is valid, with that strategy invalid, I am doing nothing and I'm losing money. Be loyal to only one. And now we are talking about balanced style. So, back again to this scenario. We see nice stacked negative delta on the wick. But for buy setup, there need to be positive imbalance. And here we have negative imbalance. So, in easy words, what I'm thinking about right now is that nothing should make any difficulties for buyers. If these are really truly passive buyers, nothing should be on their way to push the price up. And then what happened? Right after filling potential buy limit orders, some strange sell imbalance happened. It's making invalid the whole setup with such a strategy. I want to, as a reminder, tell you that if something is still abstract to you, please contact me on Discord on the course related channel. I know that I am not going too deep with the footprint charts because, as mentioned, I want to share I don't want to share all I know because I'm afraid of what I know. I know a lot of mess as well. I only want to show you what is needed to trade for profits and what is working for me. So I share that part of my knowledge which gives me money. Yeah, I think that this is very honest. No need to make long lessons and with 25 modules. Just what is working, short things to remember, to follow. And I believe that this lesson will give you the entry criteria for all 3 types of entries I use. Really the mechanical way to know what exactly you need to look on the charts. So the video with all the puzzles together, the last videos, hopefully will give you the overall picture, how to trade of each strategy, and yeah, I'm talking right now. So as a summary, this scenario could work with the conservative style, the first, with negative delta and shift to the positive. But please check all these strategies, test them, and choose at first only one you like the most and then follow it. Do not make it confused like in this one nice chart. Do not overthink about incoming setup if it's right or not. Oh, yes. Next one. Now it's time for setups. So here's the setup, very good one. I like this for a sell because we have rejection candle with top 3 positive delta on the wick. Yes, 5, 81 and 84. And we have also bearish imbalances, yeah, on the left side here, and even stacked. Yeah, that we have 2 imbalances. So perfect, even stronger reaction. So positive delta shows me that on the ask side we have potentially passive orders, so sell limit orders left by lazy institutional traders, and right after filling them, tick by tick, aggressive sellers were already in. They knew this maybe on the heat map or something like this. I don't use these tools. They seen this and they reacted directly with whole trust. Yes, so when I see such a reaction, I'm more than happy to wait what will happen in the closure of this candle, where I will find the strongest, most aggressive sellers. And that happened here. Yeah, minus 432 negative delta. Huge difference between sellers and buyers. Yeah, so the buyers definitely gave up. This difference is amazing. Yeah, 519 sell contracts against just 87. So here is our point of interest to join the market. Here the price made some unclean move because this level is not above, yeah, on the wick. So the price first of all fell down and then came back for a retest in the next candle. Yeah, this is our key level, what we want to see as waiting for the retest. And even the second candle, the first reaction, have very similar price level with the strongest sellers. Yeah, so this reaction was just beautiful. So as I said, this needs some filling. Really feel the flow of this footprint. But I believe that these entry criteria are really easy to remember. Just 3 steps, make your lines, and wait for entry. I don't want to say the word I'm trying to avoid always, limit orders. I don't use this. On every single way of trading, I'm always waiting for a candle closure. This time I'm just clicking sell or buy. I try to avoid, really. I never use limit orders, but it seems that in this strategy you could, but I prefer to do everything manually. I know where to put my stop loss, know where to put my entry. I prefer that way. So stop loss, again, so I started the sentence with so. Stop loss should be above the absorption. Yeah, here. It's 4 points again. So let's say that, let's say that 4 or 5, not 5, 4 points is the maximum for me on ES to find a really safe setup, because with 5 or more, the 2R is really high achievable. Trust me, over 10 points move on ES is really very, very big. So 4 points is 4 points is something good, yes, because then we are aiming for 8 points maximum. And here was it possible, yeah, with entry even on the lower level. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, and the price was still falling down. Again, that was the around 15 minutes trade. So that is very, very quick. Sometimes on GU, I was waiting even 1 hour to get to R. Here's everything is moving way faster. And again, rejection candle, 3 positive deltas one by one from the very, very top, and bearish imbalance inside the area of 3. I hope you see this. There's 118 beautiful bearish imbalance. So 2 criteria met. Then we need to find the strongest sellers. Finally, they are above, yeah, on the wick. So easy to a higher probability to wait for that level that will be tested, and then making your line for an entry. So that is for me very logical way of trading, and I really like it the most. Yeah, so aggressive traders are confirmed, are met by another ones, and here again 4 points stop loss. Yes, this is the 2 points and 4 above this absorption. 8 points taken in the 5 minutes in this trade. Amazing. That's why I prefer absorption based trading rather than imbalance trading. I think that it comes just with experience, with feeling the charts, that GU is moving slower, waiting for imbalance, need decreasing volume. I feel that these are way simpler entries and way of trading than absorption based. This is faster, quicker, need fast reactions and fast markups. Last slide about absorption this way. Do not learn this with red big X. Time for a wrong setup. All looks fine. We have positive delta on the wick, 1 by 1, 3, but without a negative imbalance. In this place we have bullish imbalance, 401. That makes invalid holder setup. So please do not be disappointed and be loyal to just one trading style. The best way for a whole day or week, be loyal to one way, because then you will avoid all the confusions if this is truly good or not. Because with the balanced style, this setup is invalid. With conservative style, it is beautiful setup. Yeah, because we have highly positive delta and then rejection with shift on delta. So aggressive sellers confirmed the passive seller's intention. Choose one. Choose one and be loyal, and you will be really happy. Good. Then it's time for a very, very, very aggressive style on the 2000 ticks chart. I use it only on ES. If you would put 2000 tick on the GU, you will wait hours for one candle. And on ES, 2000 tick chart, you can see sometimes in a very volatile session time, one candle as 8 seconds or 10. Yes, this is very fast moving. So 2000 mean that it need some special amount of volume to create one candle. So during the Asian session, if I would use it, one candle will be like 3 hours to create. In London session, half hour, 20 minutes, sometimes 1 hour to see one candle finish, because it need to accumulate this 2000 changes of price. But when it comes New York session or the stock exchange session, it's very quickly to see 2000 ticks. It is sometimes 8 minutes, 5 minutes. In the beginning of the session could be few seconds. So this is why I call this aggressive style, very, very aggressive. And yeah, so beautiful summary. This is definitely the fastest technique to take really quick scalps on this asset. And really, some trades can also take a few seconds. I use this only for 1 hour trades. This is what I recommend. You can test it for more, of course, but I have made dozens of tests, spent a lot of time, and the biggest win rate is by quick get in, get out. Just only 1 hour. The reason is the very short time of creating the candles. Very often we can see false delta demand zones, which will not hold the price. Like we are in the entry, price is really moving just 1 point up or 2 points and then reversing, even if we see the demand. Very small candles with not a lot of data. That's why I prefer only 1 hour. If you have a day from the beginning that you know that, yes, today just 1 hour, I will be 1 hour killer. Yeah, okay, choose this, but as I said, be loyal to one strategy at the moment. What I am looking here for is, as always, price reaching supply or demand. In this scenario, I was looking for a sell, so price needed to reach supply zone, and beautiful circle, only one easy entry criteria. I want to see a bearish candle, rejection candle, but with positive delta. So as you remember, in the conservative way, the bullish or bearish candle didn't matter for me, but in this strategy, aggressive, it needs to be easy to remember. Supply, bearish candle. Demand, bullish candle. Yes, so the direction of the zone need to be with like the color of the candle. But the delta should be opposite. With this strategy, I have fixed stop loss and fixed take profit. I am not looking where to set it, if that candle is too big or not. I don't care. I have done it on my template, the strategy templates. 1 hour, so 2 points stop loss and 2 points take profit. So please remember, yes, this is not 1 hour, which means 3 points, 4 points, always 2 points. So it could be also called 2 points strategy. And with a mini contracts, it is a risk of $100 to get $100. Of course, minus some fees, the broker fees. So with trading one contract. And with micro contracts, it is risking $10 to get $10 in a very fast way. Oh, I even made the markups that here could be my entry right after closure of the candle. I always need to wait to see that ticks are done. So that's why I use the tick counter from the indicators and take profit. You have very fast trade, right? The first possible candle hit my TP. What is dangerous with this strategy is that some days you can find 10, 15 setups like this. It's very easy to be addicted with this strategy. That's why you have always to listen to your trading plan, to not overtrade, because you can make a lot of money but also lose your money very quickly. This is a very fast going chart. Another example, price is inside the supply and we have to find rejection candle with the color and direction as the zone. So red, we want to see bearish candle with opposite delta, so positive. So my entry is at the closure of this candle and take profit next 2 points. Some facts to remember: the bigger the delta, that is better. Try to not looking for deltas like +5, +60. These are too small. Over 100, 152 or even bigger, they are the greatest. For me, the 338 delta on 2000 tick chart is big, really big. There was small drawdown, 1 point drawdown. Yeah, we can see here 4 ticks, 4 price changes in this candle, and 4 ticks on ES is 1 point. So 1 point dollar drawdown, but then suddenly the TP was hit. In this scenario comes also some additional confirmation from the previous strategy, the balanced, because we see the negative delta, negative bearish imbalance on the wick, so that you can add this to make your setups even more effective, to be more picky, that not only negative bearish candle with positive delta and that's it, but with at least one imbalance, for example. Yeah, you can test this. Sometimes also I am a picky trader, very picky. Sometimes I'm so picky that I'm not taking any trade because I don't like anything. Test this. Try to play with your entry criteria. I'm just showing you what I use. Good. Time for a buy setup. The price needs to be in the demand zone. Try to avoid at first trading from key levels. So demand zone. Then we need to see a bullish rejection candle, but with a negative delta. Again, the bigger the delta, the better. Where is that candle? That is this one. Bullish candle with a wick and highly negative delta, opposite delta to the direction of the candle. Entry right after the closure of that candle, aiming for 1 hour. And take a look on the time. Entry was 16:14, and this trade for 2 points took 1 minute. Amazing, yes? So trading one contract, you could make $100 in 1 minute. But also, do not forget about focus on the risk. You could also lose $100 in 1 minute or even less. Here comes also the extra confirmation. This is just by accident in this scenario. I'm not focused on such being picky. with my aggressive style, but here you see the positive imbalance on the wick as well. There's a double confirmation that what you see is can give you money. Second, buy setup. But the rule is simple. The rejection candle should be with a direction from the zone. So again, prices and demand. And I am looking for a bullish candle. Only bullish, always on demand. And with opposite delta. And the rejection, it need to be rejection candle. Sorry if I'm talking about same thing sometimes 3 or even 5 times. This is not to make you bored, but to remember. I'm also learning by repeating some things a lot of time, so then it's easier for me to save this in my brain. Good. Here I especially set the, the mouse in the time to show you how quick trade it was. It was almost 1 hour after opening the stock exchange, and this trade took 25 seconds, guys. 25 seconds. This is I show you this strategy as the last one because it's very risky. Yeah, these are good setups. They played out, but there can also be mistakes. Yeah, these candles are very short period of time. They are collecting data in just 20 seconds in this one case here. Yeah, in these few candles. You can see how many candles in just 3 minutes. We have 6 candles in 3 minutes. So we can have sometimes mistaken data, yeah, which can make us confused and show wrong bias. I want to show you just the entry criteria right now. Please test this before you go live with real money. Make a few days backtesting. Focus only on that one particular strategy. The best way, of course, is to test every 3 strategies with even the same week. Take a first week of January or 3rd, or yeah, I'm recording this in January, so that's why. Just try to use and compare all the 3 strategies in the same week with as 3 different backtesting sessions. Take your notes, compare the results, choose your best strategy when you see the biggest profitability. Then 25 seconds trade. So it also shows you how quickly you can lose money. Seconds. Yeah, this can be seconds. Okay, this is a very long video, the longest lesson. But as I said in the very first seconds of this video, the most important part for me, the absorption. My style is called absorption based. I am looking for absorption, and absorption for me is defining where the passive orders are and where are the aggressive orders. And I'm trading only this right now, and I use key levels and zones based on the real volume tools. Good, thank you for watching, and I wish you a very good trading.